And honestly, I'm pretty sure that she's one of them raggedy, bored, crazy bitches that stayed with my name in their mouth on Lipstick Alley. I'm sure of it. So I just accidentally dug up a little bit of tea on her and some stuff that she sent me about KSC. Now, I can remember just going back in my mind or whatnot. I can remember, back then, Cluster B had a lot of bad things to say about KSC. And, she was running in the circles of people who was saying, and let me tell y'all something, didn't nobody put me up to this because I think for myself, I ain't even spoke to KSC in a minute. So nobody put me up to this. I move on my own. KSC ain't got nothing to do with this. TK ain't got nothing to do with this. This is me being messy on my own. I'm grown and messy. Okay? I can remember this Cluster B chick was running in all these circles of all these women that was saying that KSC's information is useless. She's scamming people. All that. Y'all remember all that? Okay. I remember all that. All of it. I remember that about her and the fat, bald-headed black women that she was running in circles with. And how she got on there saying that they owe her a husband. Does anybody remember that? Does anybody remember Cluster B saying that somebody owed her a husband and not a white one? Because I do. I remember. Okay. Well, this was back January 16th, 2019. I'm going to sit here and bet my bottom dollar that this is the same woman. This is her. That's her picture. So, yeah. Let's go back to about January 2019. Okay. She sent an email to me. And the reason why she sent the email, you know what I'm trying to think? When did she start clowning? In the summer? Because this was January. When did she start clowning and saying that they owe her a husband and not a white one? When was it? Couldn't have been too long after that. But yeah, yeah. So I had a channel with another woman that I don't have no communication with at all because she is too much of a mammy and too much of a weirdo to me. She will get online and talk shit about black males and say niggas is bums and they nigga booms and all of that. And then the next thing you know, she stays surrounding herself with niggas and seeking nigga attention on Facebook. But then we'll get in circles with black women and start bashing niggas. And I just think it's weird. I think she's a weirdo. Like, girl, if you want niggas, just go be with niggas. Stop coming over here lying, acting like you don't fuck with niggas and niggas is trash and they all useless and you keep your daughter away from them and they all need to be shot by cops. And then you go and constantly, every post, she's talking to niggas. You're a weirdo. So anyway, I had a channel with a weirdo who is a hypocrite and a mammy called Mermaid Tea. And we were having people audition to be on the Mermaid Tea panel. And that's when this Cluster B chick sent me this email because she wanted to be on our panel. I'm going to read y'all the email, and I want y'all to keep in mind, this is the same woman that said KSC was a scammer and a liar and taking women's money, and her information was useless. Oh, I remember all the stuff that they were saying. She keeps telling people the same information over and over. It ain't never helped nobody. All she doing is scamming black women. Well, this is what Cluster B said. Let me read this long-ass email. This is a long-ass email. This woman is obsessive and crazy. Now, y'all know, as you know, they say I'm uneducated, and I am. I couldn't get through nobody's college. So I don't have a degree, but I'm going to read this the best I can. If I stumble across a hard word, bitch, I'm just going to say hard word and keep it moving. I'm not faking for you hoes and trying to sound shit out. I'm going to say hard word and move on. This is from Cluster B Free Me, January 16, 2019. Let me remind y'all again. This woman said, y'all, that KSC's information didn't help nobody, and KSC was taking black women's money and scamming them, and somebody owed her a husband and not a white one. Hey, sunshine. Hand waving emoji. I have a YouTube channel. It's Cluster B Free Me. The other conversations with Cookie. So Cluster B Free Me and Conversations with Cookie. Please keep the contents of this email confidential. Other than your most trusted team member, sis. Heart emoji. I ain't keeping nothing confidential. Fuck you. I have included a video. I didn't sign a non-disclosure, bitch. I have included a video that I shared on my Facebook page today. Is that her? Is that Cluster B? That look like her to me. With that same wig. That's her. What the volume at on this hoe? Now I don't know why this woman sent me a picture of her singing. I don't know why she sent me a video of her singing. Other than the fact that she's unwell. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I'm not trying to start no mess with these people. I honestly found this by mistake. I was looking at some information about mermaid tea. And when I typed in mermaid tea in my search box for my email, this is one of the things that came up. And I was like, oh my God, this is the same woman that was bashing KSC. And look at what she's saying in her email. So I'm going to share it because, like I said, I'm in a messy spirit right now. A messy Jezebel spirit now came over my whole ass. I'm going to share it. This is what it said. I have included a video that I shared on my Facebook page today, but my channel has content related to recovery from narcissistic, sociopathic abuse victims that heal and make that shift to becoming survivors. I got through them words, didn't I? I have not created content for a couple months, and the reason for that is one that I know you and divested women will understand. But I was not certain how I would be able to get my subbies to get it. That a lot of these black males are not just black men that hated black women, but narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths. Just the same shit you be talking about all the time. And that they are in grave danger without realizing it, as well as their children. My last husband was a malignant narcissist. Ironically, I first began to listen to Kendall St. Charles, aka BB, during the time that our marriage really began to break down. Let me tell you that. Let me repeat that. Ironically, I first began to listen to KSC, aka BB, during the time that our marriage really began to break down. So basically, bitch, your marriage was already breaking down. How does anybody owe you a husband and not a white one, bitch, when your husband was already a foot out the door? Let me finish this email. Okay. But it was the information that I purchased behind the scene from KSC that allowed me to see that it wasn't just my husband. It was just about everyone that was around me. I was in prison, cannabis grow op allegations, and had the legal paperwork to prove that I am telling the truth. Not something that I could put on YouTube because of the black male trolls, but also the black chicks that cape for them doxing me. But I do not have that concern with you with my real name. And that's ironic because we are strangers. It sure is, because bitch, I don't know you and I'm putting all this out there. But I found you through KSC's live stream, The Wife versus the Hoe, or something to that effect, and subbed to both channels since then. But y'all sit there and said that this woman was telling people to be prostitutes because of me. And here you are finding me and following me and subbing to me because of the information that she gave you in The Wife versus the Hoe or something like that. Y'all trash, y'all. I wasn't discouraged because I knew, although black women didn't want to accept what she was saying, that it was the only time black women wanted to be sisterly is when dudes were involved. Yo, this email is very telling, and it's long. We got a long way to go. This woman is crazy. She typed too much. She talked too fucking much. I can't do all this typing. My fingers get tired. What kind of sausage ass fingers you got? It was not until I found myself facing 12 years in prison that every black man, including my adult sons and family member that I had always looked out for, caped for, been taught by my mother to mammy and mule for, left left me for dead. Okay, I skipped a line. I'm sorry. Left me for dead, that my husband that I had lied to get a real job. Wait a minute. You lied to get him a job? Working with a brother for 10 years, that I met a white chick and all that I had sacrificed and struggled to benefit from. I watched a white chick reap what I sowed. So he left you for a white woman, but you want to get online and say somebody owe you a husband and not a white one. Girl, y'all are mentally the fuck ill. Y'all bitches is mentally ill. Y'all bitches crazy. He left me when I was fighting for my freedom after standing by him all the times he lost his. My channel, if you review my vids, are just a summary of some of my experiences. Oh, hold on. Had I never gotten the info from KSC, I honestly do not know how I would have survived. Y'all trash. But she's scamming y'all. And, somebody owe you a husband and not a white one. And, you never got any information that was useful from her. Let me read that shit again. Had I never gotten the info from KSC, I honestly do not know how I would have survived. I remember when I would listen to her on YouTube, then the audio recordings behind the scenes where you had to pay. Nothing that she forewarned would happen when the black woman would no longer be the mammy mule I experienced. And the very people that my husband couldn't get $5 from to go, wait a minute. I don't know what she's talking about. And the very people that my husband couldn't get $5 from to go to an interview was, wait a minute, why does she type like this? Was who he, okay, now I get what she's saying. The very people that my husband couldn't get $5 from to go to an interview was who he paraded his white mistress around in front of. It's a mess. And not one of these people defended me or stood up for me, knowing I had been there to hold him down for the better part of 10 years after he left me for Becky. A mess. But you want a husband and not a white one. You should be running from niggas after this. That's how I know you really have a problem. He took everything I built and laid it at his feet and then taunted me about everything I did not have and would never be. After 2 years, a tremendous shift took place, and I realized that until I acknowledged how I enabled him and my dysfunctional family to abuse me, even when he was long gone, and decided that I no longer needed their approval to sink or swim, girl, to live and not just survive. That I think the real healing took place. It's been a struggle. I have been homeless, just moved with my daughter to save money because when I got arrested, I lost everything I owned and was homeless while I fought that case while my husband bragged about how much money he made. $17 an hour, I was homeless, girl. So I know all too well the Black community's hypocrisy collectively, because they would shame, bash, and bedwench Black women to death while giving the Black men a pass, not just to interracially date, but for everything. Their failure to protect, provide, take care of their kids, half their mothers in the community are afraid of their kids. Not it's mind-blowing that these, why does she say shit like this? Not it's mind-blowing that these men have preyed on Black women and the Black community, not just since the He-Man Black women haters, that's what she meant, right? HMBWH, that's He-Man Black women haters, right? Hit YouTube, but they have been doing it all my life. Girl, y'all seen it, sometimes you be having run-ons and shit, but I'm the bitch with no degree. That can't make sense. Bitch, I can write and make it make sense. My mother, aunts, they mammies, whose men abused all their kids and the women protected them. Girl, this is a lot of email left. Initially, when I did YouTube, it was under Conversations with Cookie, exposing Tariq Nasheed, the Black Authority, and just talked about the hypocrisy. The vitriol, is that word vitriol? Let me type it so y'all can tell me if I'm right. I don't know what it means. I don't have a degree. That I was met with, like maybe hostility or something, anger. Okay. The V word, hard word, that I was met with. I said meth. We're not talking about white women right now. Hold on. I just decided that I would try to narrow down helping Black women. Specifically, so I created Cluster B Free Me. Is that her page? No one from my current channel know my identity under the other channel as Cluster B Free Me, aka Conversations with Cookie. I had to turn off my comments at that time because I was being triggered. I think she meant triggered, but it says trig. But I think she means triggered so badly because I had not long separated from my husband. Tried dating to avoid dealing with the pain initially, only to have more Black men prey on me because of them believing that they would use me because of what I did at that time for income. Before I realized that it wasn't just my husband. It was still me handing over my power to a Black man. But you want a husband and not a Black one. Okay. Yada, yada, yada. Too much to read. Now I see what KSC felt when the very women you are trying to help are the only ones helping Black men destroy you. You did all that talking shit about this woman, but here you are just in January 2019 praising her. I actually made a video shouting out KSC, type her name in the search box on YouTube, and that vid under my other YouTube channel will come up. It has to be under BB now, Brooklyn Blue. Because I don't think I used KSC a year ago. Oh wait, she put a period and then put a year ago. So I'm gonna just correct her. I don't think I used KSC a year ago. I am also a thorough, self-entitled, investigative hood journalist because I love to read and I am a true crime buff. Okay, this is too much for me. Let's get back to when you praising a person that you tried to destroy on YouTube. No matter what you decide, I will still show my support. By that, she means if I don't decide to use her on our panel, which we didn't. The show is ended now. I was actually the one who left a comment when you first appeared in KSC videos saying if Brooklyn Blue had a daughter because I somehow knew that you had been mentored by her, but I wasn't mentored by her. She's not my mentor. I don't have a mentor. KSC has given me advice before, but she's never officially mentored me. So I don't know what she's talking about. Because she is one of the strongest, most brilliant women I have ever met. Oh, hold on. Bitch, you was talking all this shit. But now you say she is one of the strongest, most brilliant women I have ever met, but never met. That's ironic, right? So at times when I would struggle mentally with something she said in a recording that maybe I didn't quite understand, I knew in time what she said would make sense. I mean, the chick is like a friggin' oracle or something. I used to sit in my cell and cry thinking about all that I'd heard her say, thinking that somehow my son, my husband, my brother wasn't that bad. Well, sunshine, I love them. But yes, they were unfortunately that bad. Y'all. But there's nothing that will prevent me from bagging a white king, white knight, or ling ling daddy either. But she want a husband. Somebody owe her a husband and not a white one. This woman got online. Okay, I'm done talking about it. She was in the same circles with you bald-headed, fat, raggedy hoes that was talking shit about KSC. And now here she is, January 19, 2019. I done dug up this email. So y'all only feel like she's a scammer and a liar and useless when she triggered you, right? Because any other time you praising, singing it from the mountains. Go and telling it on the mountain with your weird ass. I got to go. I don't have no more time for this nonsense. Bitch, I'm hungry. My stomach hurting. I'm hungry. I need something to eat. I'm not about to sit here and go back and forth with you basic ass bitches. I know what's coming. So y'all can leave all the comments y'all want, bitch. I don't give a damn. I don't give not one fuck. Y'all hoes is raggedy and you know it. You know you raggedy. You know it's right. You know I'm telling the truth. But either way, I'm gonna go.